have to cut them off. You have to cut out all the negativity, the vices, the fake friends. You might be wondering, well, how do I figure out if I have a fake friend or not? If your friends aren't talking to you about success, on how you're going to make it, and actionable steps, they aren't your real friends. If they're only talking to you about bitches that do not give a fuck about you, clubs, popping bottles, and just wasting your potential. Real friends want to see you succeed. Real friends do not invite you to the club constantly. And there are vices that will hold you back exponentially. I used to live in Houston, Texas. When I was 23 years old, I had moved there. And for the first 6 months, I lived with a roommate, and he was a really good friend of mine at the time. And I didn't go there thinking I was in a club, a party. I was going there with the mindset of I wanted to grind. I was going there with the mindset that I wanted to fucking win and succeed. But instead, I fell down the wrong tracks. I started hanging out with his friends. He used to be a videographer, photographer for clubs. And I was going there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, sometimes even Sunday to the clubs because he worked at the clubs. So what was I doing? I was partying. I was getting with girls. I was falling off my purpose in alignment. And you know what happened? I ended up failing. I missed out on so much potential. Instead of growing, I ended up failing. My business was plummeting before I even realized it, and I lost almost everything. I was in the worst position in my life financially. I had lost my car. I had lost my apartment, everything. So I'm telling you that out of this personal experience. And at the time, I remember calling my mom and I was stressed out. And by the way, no one in my life has ever paid for anything. And I called my mom and I was stressed and I was crying. And I said, Mom, what the fuck? I can't even pay my rent this month. I'm stressed the fuck out. You know what my mom did? My mom doesn't come from much. Bless her heart. She figured out a way. She helped me. I think she gave me like $500 to help me pay my rent. And I felt like a fucking loser and I was crying. You know what I did? I moved back home. I had no car. I was basically starting from the ground up. I didn't need to move back home. I could have thugged it out. I could have stayed in my apartment and figured shit out. But I said I need a reset. So I went back home. And not only that, my sister at the time was pregnant. So I wanted to also be with her. So while being at home, I also paid back my mom. And I was rebuilding myself. But I was so far off on the sauce. I got out of shape. I wasn't looking good. I wasn't feeling good. My business was crumbling. I went from making 15 grand a month down to like 4 to 5 grand a month. That wasn't shit at the time. Imagine making 15 grand a month, feeling like you're on top of the world and wanting to scale even further, and now you're down to making $10,000 less than what you're normally making. On top of that, I realized that all the people that I was friends with, they didn't give a fuck about me. They didn't care. They didn't ask me how I was doing. They didn't ask, oh, how's your family doing? How's your sister doing that just got pregnant? You think they ever hit me up? No. You think they ever called to say, how are you doing? No. They didn't care. So I'm talking to you out of personal experience that doing these vices lead to nothing. It does nothing for your life. It took me 8 months to make my money back again. It took me 8 months. 8. Everything I worked for, gone. Everything I wanted, gone. I failed and I felt like a loser, and this was God putting me to the test. He's like, are you gonna give up? Are you gonna go back? Are you gonna go back to the vices? Or are you gonna go back to alignment? And so you know what I did? I locked the fuck in. I moved to Tampa, Florida, and I went all in with my business. I went all in with my self-development. I started prepping for a bodybuilding show. It gave me purpose. It gave me drive again. I was like, okay, now working towards something. And a lot of you guys need something to push you further to another new horizon in your life. Set a goal in place, not a money goal, a mission. Whether it's boxing, whether it's a bodybuilding show, whether it's a marathon, set a goal in place. Because it's going to give you purpose. It's going to give you alignment. It's going to give you something to look forward to doing every single day. And keep your word. Actually go and do it. So that's what I did. I said, I'm going to prep for a bodybuilding show. And every day I grinded. And you know what I started doing? I started waking up earlier. Before, I was a fucking loser, waking up at 10 in the morning. I started waking up at 6 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning. I would do fasted cardio. I would get closer to God. I had the Bible app downloaded on my phone, and I would go, and I lived on the beach in Tampa, Florida, and I would read the Bible. And these are the 3 pillars of success that I talk about on my channel all the time. Focusing on yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, getting up and doing the shit that's hard, because doing the hard shit is what's going to elevate you. And do things in the present. Don't do things expecting something in return. What I mean by this is, I wasn't doing all these habits and working on myself thinking, oh, I'm gonna get rich right now. No, I already knew I was fucked. I was broke as fuck. I was out of shape, and I needed to get my shit together. So I was grinding because I saw the future of a more successful version of me. So I wasn't doing things on a daily basis expecting results now. Don't do things expecting results now. Do things for yourself so that results are just an outcome of the work that you're putting in. That is the mindset shift that you need to have. Do not go expecting that you're just gonna get rich or shredded overnight. That's not how life works. That's not how life works. So everything that you're doing now, working on yourself, is going to gradually make you better as a person. So I challenge you to cut the vices. Cut the loser friends. Stop going to the clubs because it does nothing for you. It does nothing fulfilling. Even if you're someone that's already making money, all it's going to do is bring you negativity to your life. It's not bringing any fulfillment. It's not bringing you any joy. Yes, maybe in that moment it's fun, but the people that you hang out with don't care about you, right? So focus on the right path. Cut the vices. Go all in with your fucking goals. And I guarantee you will find success in your life. So long story short, I prepped for my bodybuilding show. After I prepped for my bodybuilding show is when I seen success. Finally, the fruits of my labor felt so sweet because I was finally seeing results from the hard work that I was putting in. Not expecting the results, but it just came to me naturally. I also, getting closer to God took away the anxiousness. I no longer thought about the money. I was no longer chasing the money. You know what I was chasing? Chasing my purpose as a man. Keeping myself aligned with my goals. That is the whole point of this YouTube video, is to share with you the ups and the downs, and how the downs can make you better. And then the goal is that once you're up, is to stay up and not go back to the vices. So when I competed in my bodybuilding show, I went from making about $5,000, $6,000 a month to then I made a really good $10,000 a month. And then the following month I made 18 grand in a month. And ever since then, my life has been up from there. And I've kept my word of cutting out the vices. I still wake up at 5 in the morning. I don't club, I don't drink, I don't party. But let me tell you this, I have went to the club. I have drank since then. I have gone and hung out with loser friends. And I fell back into the vice again, and I realized that the people that I'm hanging out with don't care. I realized that the people that I hang out with don't truly care about me as a person. And I noticed that every time I go to the club, I feel like I'm getting away from my goals rather than closer to my goals. And here's the thing, as a man, you need to realize that when you are fucking up in life, it's okay to fuck up, but what's not okay is to stay there. You have to analyze what you are doing wrong, fix the problem, make a solution, and push forward. Don't stay in the rut. If you know you're fucking up and doing the same thing, then you're a fucking idiot. Straight up. Me, whenever I fuck up, I have a mental clarity, I have a realization, and I get back on track. And I go back to staying on. That's the whole point of having that tunnel vision, is trying to stay on track. Sometimes we go to the left, sometimes we go to the right, but the goal is to keep going straight. The more straight you go, the farther in life you'll make it. Listen, people in your life, in your corner, are going to invite you to things. Now that I'm making more money living in one of the coolest cities in the world, I've met many people. They invite me to go here, go there, do this, do that, and it all seems fun. But it's not aligned with my goals. It's not aligned with my purpose. So I try to veer away myself from people like that. And I veer away from the fun because I know that if I keep on going on the right path, the fruits of my labor will feel 10 times sweeter in the end. I haven't even made it yet. Now I'm at the point where I'm making $50,000 a month, but it's still not where I want to be. It's still not where I know I can make it. My mom is still working. She's not retired yet. The job's not finished. There's nothing to celebrate going to the club. There's nothing to celebrate hanging out with loser friends. You should be hanging out with people that want to see you elevate, that want to see you succeed. And if you can't find those people, then fuck friends right now. You don't need them. You don't need friends. All you need is yourself and God. Focus on your purpose. Focus on the right path. Challenge you. Set a goal in place like I did for my bodybuilding show. Every day now you have something to look forward to. Every day you have something to look forward to on a daily basis. Go ahead. Focus on the goal. Wake up at 5 in the morning. Cut out the fucking vices. Stop doing the bullshit things. Just start saying no. For yourself. Get closer to God. Get closer to the higher power. Whether you're Muslim, or Islamic, or Hindu, whatever your religion is, get closer to your higher power. I'm Christian. I believe in the one true God. That's me. I'm not gonna sit. This video is not about arguments of like whose God is this and that. Just God in general. Get closer to God. Get closer to a higher power. And focus on doing the hard shit. Go do cardio. Go for a run. Go do boxing. Go do Muay Thai, MMA. Go get a workout in. And be consistent with it. And you will transform yourself in the next month, 2 months, 3 months, and in the next 6 months, you will be a completely different person. As long as you stay on the right path. Thank me later. I guarantee if you do this, and you set your goals ablaze, and you actually follow through, your life will change. And you might be asking, well, how do I cut the vices? Let's just say you have 20 things that are wrong with you, or 20 things that you know what you're fucking up on. Focus on 1 to 2 things. Focus on destroying that vice for the next week. Be consistent with destroying that vice. Then move on to the 3rd thing, then the 4th thing. Next thing you know, like I said, in 6 months, you've destroyed your vices. You're now having better habits in your life, and you're a brand new person. And I guarantee you'll not only be in the best shape of your life, you'll be closer to God, and you'll have the most amount of money in your bank account. Just a couple years ago, I was partying in Houston, Texas, being a fucking loser, thinking I was him, to being broke, to having to restart my life and my business, to not living my dream life because I cut the vices, I cut the loser friends, and I stuck to good habits, and I destroyed the vices that I had in my life, and I'm continuously destroying them to this day. Because trust me, the vices are gonna stay there. They don't just disappear. They continuously will show up and knock on your door, but it's your mission to say no and to keep the door shut. And ask God to give you strength to push forward and prevail every single day. Because yes, every single day will be a challenge. Every single day will be a struggle. But it's your mission to keep on pushing and fighting for the life that you want and that you know you deserve. Hopefully this video hits you hard. Hopefully you get some value out of this. I want to see you succeed. I want to see you win. Let's win fucking together. Make sure to like and subscribe. Let's fucking go.